very first thing that we learn in Organic 1 is about organic compound structure. This is the thing that will kind of underpin everything else that we do. Whenever we look at an organic reaction or anything else, if we want to know something about an organic compound, we're going to look at its structure. And so the structure, the way that we can kind of understand organic structure is going to be broken down into basically four things. We're going to look at hybridization, formal charge, functional groups, and nomenclature. And so when we look at a structure, we're going to want to know what we call it, like that's nomenclature, right? And so the example here is Adderall. In If you're outside of an organic lab, you would call it Adderall. If you're in a biology lab, you might call it amphetamine, but an organic chemist would look at the structure and call this 2-amino-1-phenylpropane. So how do we come up with that name? How does that differentiate it from other compounds and stuff? This is part of what we're going to look at. When you want to know something about how this compound interacts with other parts of uh, other compounds in the system and stuff. That's where we look at functional groups. And so what does it mean to have this nitrogen here that has a lone pair on it and all that kind of stuff. And then hybridization and formal charge will also tell us more about the overall structure. And so what we're going to ask you to do as a student in this course is we're going to ask you to identify all of these important components and draw structures. So if you're given a structure, you need to be able to look at that structure and identify these four things, figure out what the name would be, what functional groups are present, where is their formal charge, what is the hybridization of each atom, and also draw structures that incorporate all this information that organic chemists interpret in the structure, right? So if you need to draw a structure that contains a certain functional group, contains a certain formal charge, you need to know how to do that. And so these are the skills that you're going to be practicing as we look at structure in organic compounds.